Hey guys, welcome back. More Disney Infinity here, and once again we're under construction. This is going to be a quick one. We are setting up the main toy box that I'm going to bring all of the Guardians of the Galaxy toy boxes into. So, let's begin. My original thought was that I was going to just have them all tie one into the other, but I like it this way better because then you can just skip to the one you want to do and still only take up one toy box. So it's kind of going to join it all together, you know what I mean? What the heck is going on there? Hold on a second while I go in to fix something here. Oh. Nope, not that way. This way. Let's go with broadcast settings. View comments. Any day. Display message, blah blah blah. How interesting. What's going on here? So that asshole was on an earlier stream, and I blocked him, but now it looks like it actually stuck the frickin' comment up there, which will piss me off if I can't get rid of that. Let's see. Invite players, view comments, and then when I go there, there are none. Alright, we're just going to remove all the comment section then. And hopefully by shutting down the PS4 in a little while and rebooting it, that'll take care of the issue. I get really pissed off when people try hijacking other people's streams or community pages, things like that. I think it's just the biggest bush league piece of crap thing you can do. Have no respect for people like that. I dislike them strongly. How's that? Actually, Guardians, why don't we go ahead and try to remember where I put the dang disc that I just had the other day. Might be here. Nope. Oh, because now that I've got... No, take it back. Thought I knew where they were, now I think I know where they are. It's such a confusing... There they are. Alright, so there's two hexagon discs rather. Got the octagon in my mind after last night's fight. And yes, it's the answer. Alright, let's see what direction. We want to point that away. So we'll drag this. Right there. We're not going to need to do a lot with this. Actually, I'm probably going to be able to go with a smaller terrain piece here in a second. Let's try that. That's a little overkill for as simple a thing as we're going to be doing here. Tell you what, that's still too big. We'll go with 2 of these. Now, let's go this way. And let's see. There's a little tiny one there somewhere. There you are. Now let's see. I haven't decided what if I want this to be like a planet surface or. No wonder I'm not finding what I'm looking for. No, I'm in the right place. There we go. I was starting to think it'd be. Oh, now wait a minute. That could actually be kind of cool. Let's make it the inside of the ship and the Milano, and then have you just go down whichever tunnel you want to go down. Well, let me finish doing this real quick. Oopsie. See what we get out of that. Oh yeah, I remember now. Decisions. should keep it simple, but I'm feeling like actually building the Milano interior. So much for simple. Did I miss the other one? There you are. Okay, with that, we will need that. Might not want to get too detailed on that yet. Actually, let me get out of that and instead and that works. Now I'm going to need another power disk for what I want to do here. Bounce back over here because I don't remember what item it is I'm looking for specifically yet. I am looking for, of course, the last one. Or I guess technically it was the first one. Much larger than I thought it was going to be. Alright. That's why I stopped where I was. Because I realized it was time to take measurements. that there for a moment. Then with this, we're gonna go. Set the theme. It's been a little while since I've done this trick, and I'm hoping I remember it properly. Oh, that's not what I wanted it to do. What was that trick? There's a way to join these together. Oh, and that was it right there. What did I just do? I don't remember. So like right now I could join it with that one. I just gotta remember what the heck I did to make that happen. I think you put... Well, what's going on here? Well, that's not the way it's supposed to work at all. Oh. Unless it does work. What? I can't remember exactly what it is. It's like these are all going to disappear in a moment. I'm going to have to probably do a refresher on that. Because really, even when I save this and back out of it, this one's going to disappear too. Whoa, fell through? Just testing. Has something to do with the trigger box too, though. Drawing a blank on this one. I haven't done it in so long. I got a funny feeling even this one's gonna end up disappearing on it. Heck was it? I wonder if it was a replayer thing. No, it wasn't. But I wonder if I can do it with a replayer. Gonna find out right now, aren't we? So these are all just gonna disappear. Everything that's blue and highlighted like that, that's just going to go away. There's a trick to making that happen in a way that you can use it to your benefit. Let me try this replayer idea, though. That's actually starting to sound right, because once you use a replayer... Really? Am I going this way? So it was here. Aha. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have deleted it though, because I think I actually need to just keep doing that. And then I delete them all. Because right now, it won't work if I try it. So let's just do this. It's going to be a short one anyway. Having a spaz attack there, huh? Back over here. And then we'll come over here. Fortunately, this is going to be a very short tunnel. If it was a longer one, it would probably be a little bit more of a pain in the neck. It doesn't line up. What do we need to do with that? Just gotta move it a smidge over. There we go. Voila. So that'll be the first tunnel. And you'll have an option here. And I'm going to put some sort of a window up in front of it. I'll probably use a Death Star window. Then we're going to box this part all in. Which, I'm not sure. That may be easier than I think it is. Hard to tell. But that's what we're going to be doing here. Let me check something. Normally the wood blocks are very forgiving. Once you put a trigger area around them. So again, these guys here are all going to disappear once I save it and reload it. Kind of surprised that it's not being more cooperative. The wood blocks normally really are. So we're going to have to use pathfinders, which won't be the big deal. I was going to use those for the window anyway, because this is going to be the front of the cockpit, and that's going to be like the two sides. Matter of fact, I think I will be extending this out further. I really thought I added a theme to it. No. There we go. Add the colors. It's going to be the top outside part of the ship. I don't think gloss is going to work, but let's see. I could be wrong. Looks good. Now we need a white. Oh, I think that's the one. Yep. That's what we're looking for. Leave that there. Now I'm going to put some of those little floor tiles down. And we'll set the theme this time, so that we can just go like so. I kind of like that better. Nice. Okay. We have to bring some interior stuff in. So here's what, before I start putting a bunch of path creators down, because that's going to play havoc with that, I think I'm going to save what we've got going here. And this might actually kill two birds with one stone, because I am fairly confident that when we bounce back and forth here with the interior trick, properties, new toy box, and new interior. It'll give it a name, don't worry about it. So if you've never done this, somebody was asking recently, how do you get interior items to an exterior toy box, and this is it. So I basically just set it and it'll automatically default to level 2, that's fine. You put a toy box door in your exterior and then you set it to link to an empty interior. I mean, technically you could hook it up to an existing interior if you have one. It's just easier to go with an empty one, plus there's no chance of screwing anything up in one that you've already built. What I'm going to do right now is two things. First, I might as well just get rid of all this crap here that I know I don't need, which is basically all of this. All y'all. Okay, and then just go ahead and save this real quick. New save, there you go. G-U-A-R, try that. We'll just go with that for the moment. I'm just thinking it might be a cool build to actually build a full-size Milano. Might put that on the agenda for somewhere in the future. Could be cool. Okay, so that's saved, and now we play the game. Yes, we're going to travel, and that's going to send us to a blank interior. And we're just going to need two things. We need a time delayer and a button. So there's our door, it's already there. Here's our button. And there's our time delayer. So we're going to set the time delayer for 3 seconds. Back out of that. And it's actually probably easier. There you go. So whenever you press that button, you're going to start the delay. Whenever the delay is complete, I'm going to change the level. And it only knows one level, and that's back to the Guardian's toy box. The only other thing I need to do is as soon as, because right now we're in the interior, so you have options that you don't have in your exterior, such as tables, accents, windows, things like that. Well, what I'm going to do is press that button, and I'm going to pull up that ribbon within 3 seconds, of course. And then it's going to ask me if I want to go back to the toy box with the Guardians. I'm going to just say yes with the ribbon up. And now I'm going to end up carrying everything into the exterior box that I would normally have in the interior. And it will stay that way until I select something that's in my interior currently, or my exterior box. So if I were to like highlight and select one of these blocks, I lose this ribbon. So what I want to do right now is just take everything I could possibly be using for this particular build and just start throwing it in here somewhere. Because it's going to be a pretty simple build, I'm really looking just... What's that? Oh, never mind. For a minute there I thought I could have used that instead. I'm really just looking for the electronic gadgets that'll complement it. And we'll find that more in the table section, quite honestly, but I just want to go through some of these possible things that may work. And it's best if you aren't sure and think something might work, you know, just throw it in there. You can always delete it later. It's much easier than going back and forth all the time. That's probably a little bit more than I need, actually. Let's just go. So I'm just thinking about that as cargo. Now, of course, I'm going to use his Walkman. That goes without saying. So what that it's slightly oversized? Windows, you never know. You know, something like that could actually work sometimes. Let me see how I feel about this. Yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of collision issues with that. It's possible I could get away with this I'll go ahead and put them in there for the moment. And with the same logic, I will go ahead and put a few extras back here. Am I going the wrong way? Going the wrong way. This is going to be basically the same exact scenario so far as collision's concerned. What I should be able to do is just move those blocks out, then it'll sit here perfectly, then move the blocks back and they'll sit perfectly. It's a weird logic, but if you move the blocks to this item, it'll usually work versus putting this item on blocks. I don't ask too many questions about that. I mean, as it is, we're doing something it's not supposed to do. I'll stick those there. What we got here? No. I'm thinking I'm good on windows. We'll just keep on moving here. Rugs, no. Appliances, probably not, but let's take a quick ganders. See, now I was saying no, and maybe yes is the answer. For example, can we? It'll be the same thing. I'll pull these blocks out, and it'll probably fit perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and put three of those there. Here we go. This will be good for the cockpit. Oh, this one's actually going to cooperate. Go figure. Probably going to have to put one more block down later just to fill the front out, and that's okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's probably not going to cooperate no matter what, but it also doesn't look good. This, on the other hand, doesn't look half bad. See that? And then we'll put the wall right in there in between the two. Coming along. See, suddenly I don't need any of the other stuff that I was thinking about, which is going to be this stuff. I was originally kind of counting on going with some of these guys, but well, it does have the handle on it, doesn't it? Alright, change of plans. Really? That doesn't fit together? What a shame. I was just thinking that was going to be the whole cockpit. So again, right now I'm kind of having these dilemmas as to which one I like better. Current ones that are on the ship, or maybe going with these. So I'm just going to put them all in there, and then I'll make up my mind later. What is this? Alright, this we will definitely need to get to. I just like these chairs a lot. They got a certain Space Ghost feel to them, which I think is kind of cool. What else might I need? I really don't see anything likely here. Although question is, I think I can make that work. I think by using that hide and seek method, I can get those two to play together. We'll find that out. So that would be cool. You go to the end, there's that door, and that would kind of make sense. I'm going to need one more, which will end up back here somewhere. But for now, I'm just going to stick it over here. So we got that, we got that. And it's going up. That's it. So at this point, I can go down here, and just by grabbing this, deleting it, I'm pretty sure that's going to be taking me out of that ribbon. But for certain I can tell you, well, let's just see what that did. So if we go out of spark mode, no, we're still in the interior, but that's about to change. So by grabbing this block right here, that's it. We are no longer in the interior design. We could always put a door back in and do it again if I wanted to, but not necessary. So for this here, we're going to go ahead and give us two more. And we'll grab this and pull it all the way up front. Or at least as front as we can. And as you can see, this did stay, so the replayer trick worked fine. I'm going to keep those a little longer, even though I'm pretty sure I won't be using them. Let me go to my wood blocks here and get a set of stairs. Now the question is, do I want to go with this type, or do I want to get... I'm going to go with that. And I'm thinking the Coruscant... maybe Echo Base. Let's see. Well, we'll go with that. And that's going to take you up to the next level, which is going to be your third tunnel to your third toy box. So hopefully you're starting to get an idea what it's going to look like. I'm really starting to want to build the entire thing out. Alright, we're going to hang it up here in just a couple minutes, but let me, before I go, do a little bit. So if you know you're going to be using path creators, do all that interior stuff first, because if I would have done this and then brought the interior parts in, I'm just telling you, it's a pain in the butt. All of a sudden you start seeing your locators or your path creators going off in weird directions and stuff. No bueno, I promise you. Okay, put the path down, deactivate it. Go to your properties, turn it off. Otherwise your block is going to be jumping up and down on you. Then you have to decide what block is going to be working here. So let me figure that out. I might want to go with the wall just because of two reasons. It takes up, as you can see, significantly more space, which in this case may be a little too much more. If I go with this, I can just take out the two panels at once. And actually, this is the only one well, if I go this way, right? There we go. Did it actually fit here? No. So I'm only going to need it for that. So I need to do is switch my theming around quickly. And for this, how's that looking? Done deal. So I'm going to set the theme now for that. Take that bad boy right there. I'm going to take this short block wall there. Now some more decisions to make. Actually, we were going to try and put that window in. And the question again is, do I want the Star Wars version? Where is their version? This one. I'm pretty strongly feeling that this is better for this build because it kind of feels more the same as what I've already started with. I'm going to put that one right there. And as you can see, it will automatically pop out to its the default counterpart, because I'm taking an interior item and no longer have the interior ribbon. And the default is always to go to the normal starting place, which is your toy dispenser. Yeah, I'm going to make an executive decision and say that the Imperial windows are gone. This definitely feels better using those. Now what we'll end up doing is building this out here. And like I said, here you can add the block, which a moment ago wouldn't cooperate. And let's see what we got going here with the way of triangulation. And we'll just build it out like so. Might want to go a little bigger first. And the reason for that you'll see in a moment. Um, let me finish what I started over here. Okay, take that. Carlos, how you doing, buddy? So in this case, we're going to pop that out there, and then we're going to connect it to the path creator. Like so. And that one fit perfectly right off the bat. Sometimes you got to mess with them a little bit. And let's pop back inside here. Look at that. And then once we finish this off, it'll be all snug on that side too. That'll take you towards the exit. And like I said, we're going to drop a little replayer in there for final effect. I'm having a little issue with it, and I think I have to shut my PlayStation down and reset it in order for that issue to go away. So I'm just using the full screen this time, and I got my iPhone charged up, so I'm using that for the chat. Which is the way I used to do it all the time. I really don't like having the chat on the screen all the time. I don't think it looks very good. I'm going to get rid of these. Probably shouldn't, but too late, they're gone. So we'll get that. Now what we got to do is retheme this. We're going to stick with the chrome. Chrome. Poof. And this one's going to go to the plastic, I believe it was. Which I feel is... Go with the red on this one. Not that red. There we go. Cool. It's coming along. And what else are we going to need to do on this side? Probably just fill it out with some of this. Just like that, because you won't see the other part from interior. So with this, we're going to go back to that chrome. So I have to decide now how I want to do this part. And I'm pretty sure it's what I'm going to go with. And that's what I was talking about earlier, where we're gonna probably cap that off right about there. So we get over to here. Oops, wrong way. And it'll be like that, and then we'll still fill this in with a little bit more. But once you get to here, this is going to send you to one of the different toy box options. I think I'm actually going to change those blocks out for a solid wall piece. It'll look better. Now your English is fine. Why does it matter if I have the... Does the PlayStation Network have its own translator? I wasn't aware of that. But you're doing fine. Actually, you're probably doing better without the translator. Or are you maybe using a different translator? Go with that instead and see how I like this. I like Iron Man for Bills, man. Oh yeah, it looks so much better. Look how clean that is. And then once we add the sides in here and close that up so you can't even see. It's going to look perfect. Only thing I think I might need to drop in here is a floor panel. So I'm not, if it'll work anyway. I don't have a lot of space. But all that's going there, I'm sure it'll want to collide. Oh, it worked. Let's see how that feels. Yep, there we go. Not what I wanted to do. Cool effect though. Sweet. Like I said, once I close these sides off so you can't see out. And up here, I think, let me see what happens if I go with this. I think I can go with the Stark Tech on this. The only Lego game I ever played was the what was the last Star Wars one there with, not the oh Lord, whatever the last Star Wars one with Finn and Rey and all that. I just can't think of the title right now. I'm having a mental. And I did the beta test version of that, and I really didn't like it. That's not my style. What do we got here? Oh yeah, now I know what I was doing. Oh, you're not gonna... There it goes. That works pretty smoothly, actually. So my question is... Do I get... I might not. Force Awakens, thank you. Good Lord. I know I'm tired when I forget things like that. Yeah, I just didn't like it at all. The idea that you gotta build stuff up and then break it back down and build... I mean, I know that's what Legos is, but... And I know they have a huge following, and a lot of people do like their stuff, and more power to you. You know, there is no game out there that's good for everybody. Except for this one. This isn't going to work out the way... Oh, wait, I know what I'm doing wrong. Get rid of that. I don't want to use a block for this part. I need a terrain wedge. Which, tough call there. I might find it faster this way. I'm just realizing that we probably aren't going to get an inverted triangle wedge on this, which is what I need. Nope, not looking too good. And that's going to kind of kill the idea I had. Alright, back to the wood blocks we go. And back to my other dilemma in that I need to see what I can use that will be somewhat electronic looking. No. No, that's probably the normal stream. Every time when you do live streams like this, usually what I'm doing and saying is 7 seconds behind. Yeah, like I said, that's probably about normal, though. I don't necessarily think it would be a slow internet connection issue. They're all a little laggy, and that's just the way that is. There are certain settings you can change on your definition settings and things like that that are supposed to help it. I don't worry about it too much myself. Let me see. Well, that might actually work. It's going to kind of have to, I think. I'm not going to get better than that. Not for the shape that I'm looking for. What is... Oh, I was going to say, it worked a minute ago. Actually not thrilled with these computers over here with that frost on them, but that's what I went with, and I'm kind of stuck with. I do like the window, though. Man, that's looking sharp. Then we're going to have a view of nowhere straight out there. We're going to put some windows in. Let's see. Where's that floor at again? Is this too big? Might be too big. Well, I wasn't going to be building a whole lot of anything, and that's the way it always goes with this game and me. I started thinking, let me do this, and I can do that, and the next thing you know, look at this. So this is going to be the interior of the Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy. And then you'll have 3 options of directions you can travel in. And depending on which one of them you go to, you will link to the other toy boxes I built for Guardians of the Galaxy. So you're basically going to be in the ship, flying to each of those adventures. And I'm just about done for today. I'm going to just finish this back section up, I think. Let me get that chrome back again. Chrome. Which direction? Feeling like it would be the other way, but let's continue. There you are. Can you get it to cooperate? Alright, that's about where we're going to put it, is right there. So we're going to need another path creator on that side. I'm going to probably use that path creator for this one. So let's go ahead and throw this one on there real quick. New path. Then we go into the block's properties, and this is where it's going to get tricky because it's not going to give us a good view. We want a horizontal offset. There's that. It'd be really helpful if I could swing this camera around the other side. But in this case, that might... let me see. Yeah, that's perfect. So let's get a quick gander at that, shall we? There you go. And there is like zero air. I love the way it just forms around everything there. And then we'll stack one or two more up there. And we'll cap it off. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. It's starting to come together quickly. It's probably got about another 2 hours if I'm guesstimating. And then up here is going to be your third option. And this will be the sleeping quarters section back here. I always do that. That's what I meant to do. Why is that not fitting neatly? Interesting. See, now I'm wishing I would have taken the beds out of the interior as well. How do you maintain a noob what? I don't understand the question there. How do you maintain a noob? What's the last word you're trying to find? See that little hole there? It could be a good tail. You have like fire shooting out that thing or something like that. Did I did adjust it a little bit. I'm almost tempted to give it its own locator. I probably will. It'll just be a lot faster and a lot easier. How high will I go? I'm gonna need 2 more. disappointing. That's alright. Just bring it forward a little bit. We're going to adjust it anyway. Go to our properties. Again, turn it off first. Otherwise you're going to be chasing blocks. Coming over here. New path connection. Poof. So for the horizontal, we want to go... No, that's not what I had in mind for horizontal, but okay. Vertical, I was right. I was wrong that I was right. And then the forward, backward, let me see. Yeah, that's good the way it is. Let's see if that's not a good fit. Right where it is. Nope, it's got to go down. And forward. See, getting out and getting back in, all of a sudden now it'll let me have a clean view. Makes it much easier to work that way. Then we're going to use that same path for this one. Let's see, that should be good. Yeah, that side's done. Next up, we'll put the other side, and then we'll put in the roof. And we're going to have to do that 3 times. So there's going to be 3 different tunnels to head out. Really like that. I wish those stars would move a little bit. That'd be cooler. And we are also going to be putting, like I said, a window in here. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, I think. For something that was going to be a very simple build, never works out that way. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I need to get me some sleep. Let me save this real quick. I like the way it's going, man. It's actually coming together pretty smoothly. Carlos, you figure out the word you were trying to find? How do you maintain a noob? I have no idea what that word's supposed to be after noob. I'll tell you what, Carlos, if you figure it out or get a translator like online or something, that's probably the best way to do it. Just go online, type it all in, have it translate to English, and then email it to me or send it to me in private message. PSN, that is. Because I'm actually curious to know what the question is. Alright folks, that's it for right now. And a reminder that tomorrow... Oh wait, did he figure it out? What we got? Carlos, I was trying to figure out your last question where you said, how do you maintain a noob, and then that last word at the sentence. I don't know what that word's supposed to be. But figure it out. No rush. You can let me know tomorrow if you're on. As I was trying to say, tomorrow we're going to do our day one of our Infinity 1000, which is celebrating, or 100, excuse me, let's not get crazy. The Infinity 100, which is celebrating the fact that we broke 100 members in our community page, which is Infinity Ever After. We're going to have some prizes to give away and stuff like that. We're going to be doing some share play tomorrow. So hopefully you guys can be there tomorrow, being Monday. I think 8 a.m. is the time we've got set for the first one. It's going to be a couple of sessions. And come on, hang out, have some fun. You can watch, you can play. Win some fantabulous prizes. So until then, from the bridge on the Milano, this is Old School reminding you that Disney Infinity is the game where the only limitation is your imagination. We'll see you tomorrow.